Hello and welcome back to the Gift of the Gab. I'm Tia.
And I'm Ben.
And it is episode 24.
Yeah, so you're already forgetting. We're off in the numbers. That's 2 dozens.
2 dozen.
2 Krispy Kreme donuts worth of episodes.
Of course.
That's what's on my mind.
You're related to food.
Anytime, any day.
Well, it was Thanksgiving in America.
It was.
Not too long ago.
Yeah. It was. So if you actually, not even if you celebrate it, because some people don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Why?
Because I think it's meant to be like when Christopher Columbus discovered
America.
Discovered America, but obviously he didn't really discover it because there were people living there.
Yeah, he stole it.
Yeah, they came and just. Well,
is that what it was? It is.
Oh, I think, and I don't know what they're thankful for on that holiday. If I'm being honest, I think it's something that's the reason why some people don't celebrate it.
Oh.
But I don't know what the actual holiday, what they're being thankful for.
Yeah, I've never actually been bothered to look it up. What Thanksgiving was for.
Yeah, look at us from across the pond, just like.
That sound bad. But what I have thought about is us having a second holiday. Like I was in bed yesterday. I was thinking we should have in March, we should have a lockdown celebration. I don't know what it would be called.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if the world had like a COVID Remembrance Day or something like that,
where everyone stays at home and you buy tissue paper, something to do with toilet paper, because I think we went into lockdown like around the 26th of March, so it would be that day and everyone stays at home and all of that stuff.
Okay, so yes. I just did the searching of what Thanksgiving was.
School us.
And so it said Thanksgiving is a national holiday celebrated on some various states in the United States.
Are you rapping?
No, just reading quickly. Celebrated on various states in the United States, Canada, Brazil, etc. It began as a day of giving thanks and sacrifice for the blessings of the harvest and of the preceding year. And then when I did some in-depth research in my 10 seconds out of here, it said it's important to note, this website says it's important to note that it's a day of mourning for some native tribes. It's important, Thanksgiving is a day of mourning and protest since it commemorates the arrival of settlers in North America, Christopher Columbus.
Okay, so you were near enough correct.
Yeah. And when they discovered land that was already discovered and said, actually, basically, I found it first.
I wonder how many people actually know that. Because don't you feel like a lot of the traditions that we do, a lot of people don't even know why we do it?
Yeah, I feel so.
Bonfire night.
Why do bunnies revolve around Easter? Do you know? Why the Easter bunny is a thing?
I know why the does it have to do with the egg and then they've just.
I used to know. I forgot. I was hoping you could bail me out.
No, because the egg, it's meant to be hollow in the middle, because that represents the empty cave that Jesus was found in.
Well, that he wasn't found in.
That he wasn't found in, yeah. Which he was meant to be in, but he wasn't. So I feel like they just turned, it's just like a play on thing.
Well, I also did some quick research here.
Yeah, let's see how right I wasn't.
The story of the Easter Bunny is thought to have become common in the 19th century. Rabbits usually give birth to a big litter of babies called kittens. Oh, I never knew they give birth to kittens. So they became a symbol of new life. And apparently that's why the Easter Bunny is a symbol.
So I was totally wrong then.
Nah, not totally, because you said something about life.
No, I was talking about the egg.
Oh, I don't know about the egg.
I just told you what it is about the egg.
Oh, then we just learned what the egg was.
No, I just thought because you had the egg that they were like, bunnies. No, bunnies don't even lay eggs. What do bunnies lay? Babies? Well, kittens.
No. They lay bunnies lay eggs, don't they? Do they? Yeah, they lay eggs. Otherwise, we wouldn't have Easter eggs. Where do Easter eggs come from if not bunnies?
Do bunnies lay eggs?
Oh.
We sound really ridiculous. I'm sorry if I was...
It's late. We're on very little sleep. Do rabbits lay eggs?
I'm
Nah.
sorry if we sound
Of
ridiculous right now.
Oh, specifically the fact that rabbits do not lay eggs.
Ooh.
They are mammals.
Oh,
Wait, do bunnies lay? A
this reminds...
surprising number of people don't know. Oh, don't you
We're
hate?
amongst the surprisingly don't know.
Yeah, don't you hate like just pop-ups when you go onto random websites?
Comment down below if you thought bunnies lay eggs. We can't have been the only one.
Yeah, allow us to clear this up. No, bunnies do not lay eggs. As placental mammals, rabbits develop embryos inside the uterus after a pregnancy lasting around 31 to 33 days.
Sorry to the bunnies.
Yeah, for some reason, because of Easter eggs, I was like, do they lay eggs? I doubted myself.
I can't believe, like, I was so sure in my head that bunnies lay eggs. And then
I've never had a pet rabbit.
Once I started saying it, it didn't sound correct.
Yeah, for sure. For shizzle.
But yeah, so I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you didn't eat too much.
Huh?
Christmas is coming up soon. I hope you don't eat too much then too.
If I was in America and we made food for Thanksgiving,
yeah,
I would throw away November and December in the year. Like there's no diet, no exercise, nothing.
You already throw away December.
I
think most people do.
Yeah,
throw away
most
December.
people throw away December. Like,
I'm gonna say strong.
Once you come to December, you're like,
no,
especially with my birthday in December. It's like, it's just
it's
too
like a
hard.
double whammy.
It's like, oh,
so if you had like another celebration, it would be like, what?
Exactly, it was just November, December, right off. Like taxes, just write them off.
That's why everyone comes to the beginning of the year and they're like, let's lose weight.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they spent 2 months eating.
Oh, really? Yes, that is true.
But yeah, that is that.
That is that.
Well, some other things have been happening on social media.
What else has been happening?
So I saw this story a few days ago on Instagram about Zara from Love Island. I believe she was 2018. And so she put up a picture of her weight loss journey. Yes. And she lost 3 stones, which is around 19 kilograms.
Or
what?
22 pebbles.
22 pebbles?
Yes, that's 3 stone.
What does pebbles have to do with anything?
That's how they count stone.
Pebbles?
I'm just joking. I thought I could have you on after the Easter Bunny thing.
Well, yeah, so she lost 19 kilograms, 3 stones, and people were basically skinny shaming her.
Oh, okay. So I haven't seen the post. Shall I read it?
Yeah, this was her response to all the people like skinny shaming her, basically.
So she says, "So I've just woken up to a few messages saying I'm getting abuse online about my weight loss. I never actually saw any abuse because I don't have Twitter. I think it's the most vile and toxic place on the internet. But anyway, I'm trending on Twitter. So I just had a quick look, and I just want to make something very clear. I think it's entirely unfair to call me anorexic. In my opinion, it's the same as calling someone morbidly obese. That's a serious accusation of an eating disorder that I do not have. I don't think... Wait, is it the same as calling someone morbidly obese?
Carry on and we'll discuss it.
I understand that for anyone recovering from an eating disorder. Oh, she said ED. I thought she was talking about erectile dysfunction. I was like, where is this going?
Oh.
Any post about weight loss could be triggering, but my journey has been done incredibly healthily. I have always been quite tall and naturally slim. When I was a teen, I struggled to put on weight. I was eating a huge amount back in 2019. Me and you both. And I'm talking probably 3,000 calories. A day. I was a size 10, which is not an unhealthy weight at all, but for my body type, height, and the fact that I've always had a fast metabolism and always been naturally petite, it was a huge change. So she was explaining why she decided to lose weight, and
which is fair enough, and whatever makes you feel good.
Yes.
However, I don't like her comparison
of morbidly obese.
Yeah, like if you're see, I'm Jamaican, right? And they're
If
pretty
you're fat,
honest.
you're fat.
Yeah, they will be like, if you're fat, you're fat. If you're skinny, you're skinny.
I'm African, so they love a bit of weight on you.
Yeah,
They love a
the
bit.
African people would definitely call her too skinny.
Oh yeah,
They
would
would
think
say
she
she's
was.
sick.
Yeah, that's what they would say.
But this, she is, of a lighter skin color, so not used to that. But if you're morbidly obese, I said it wrong. If you're
Morbidly obese, yeah.
then you're obese. Like, and you
But
can see her ribs in the
but
picture.
what was her comparison that calling her anorexic is kin to calling someone morbidly obese?
It's rude.
Yeah, I don't. I think calling someone anorexic when they're not is rude, and also calling someone morbidly obese when they're not is also
yeah,
rude.
I guess so. I guess that's her point.
I think that is her point. But I don't look at her and think, oh, I don't even like this looking at her and judging like, oh, is she skinny or whatnot.
I guess right now we're not even talking about like her. It's just how there's like a double standard on social media. Like, if you're fat, they're gonna have a problem. If you lose weight, they're gonna have a problem.
Wait,
so
is that really a double standard, or are they not keeping it?
I guess so. I guess it's not a double standard. I guess
they just are gonna have a problem with anything.
they're just gonna have a problem anyway.
I think like with some things, like with what I just saw, I don't look at her and think, oh, she's unhealthy, because like you can see the outline. Like, because really athletic people, you can see the outline. When I'm watching UFC and they're going for weigh-in, or like even on fight night, like in certain poses you can see like the ribs and like I think for certain people maybe just that, because they're not used to seeing that, they immediately attribute it with that is way too much.
Like, people were saying that she's like a bad influence on young girls. She's trying to make them anorexic and stuff like that.
I don't like the agenda on either side, because in the past it's been the skinny women is like the ideal body type is what's been pushed by the media, and now it seems to be going towards the opposite, where it's healthy at any weight. And first of all, that statement is not true. There is not healthy. Well, you can be fat and you can be doing well at the current time, but you've increased your risk. Like, if when you become obese and you're morbidly obese, you've increased your risk of like cardiovascular disease and other ailments such as that. But like, I think the need the need for acceptance at that weight has caused people to be like, oh no, I can be healthy, and like, do you? I understand, do you? But also be genuine to yourself and be honest with yourself, and don't think that you're doing yourself a service by just going against like what doctors say about healthy eating and stuff.
Yeah, don't you have to leave the table knowing you can eat more.
Nah. Who told you that you're a godparent?
Yeah, you have to leave the table.
I leave the table full.
No.
Actually, I leave the table knowing I could eat more. I could always eat more.
No, you leave the table knowing you've eaten too much.
Nah, sometimes I'm like, I could squeeze more in. Sometimes I leave a chip there.
You don't leave a chip there.
I don't understand that. I don't understand when people do that.
Honestly, I never used to understand. Like, when I was a bit fluffier, I never used to understand what, like, just finish the last chip.
Just finish the last chip. It's not that hard.
But sometimes, you know what, the fight, you're fighting to try to finish, and then you get to that last chip and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna throw up if I eat anymore.
Nah,
like, there's
then you shouldn't eat in the last 5 chips. It shouldn't have got to the point that one chip will make you throw up.
But sometimes you're like, I can really do it. Like, there's just 5 left. 5 left.
I can always overcome.
You're struggling. It's like walking through a desert. Like, you're walking. And at some point you're like, Jesus, take the wheel.
They can't see you.
Oh yeah, I don't know why.
All they heard is walking, Jesus, take the wheel. But yeah, back to Zara. So they were body shaming her for being skinny, which I don't think is fair. Like, why are people? If someone's healthy, why are people in people's business? But I guess that's social media.
But you know what? Probably when she was 3 stones heavier, they would have said she needs to lose weight.
Exactly. I know Zara is an avid listener of The Gift of the Gab. So Zara, just do you. If you're healthy, just do you. Well, talking about social media, it's been really popping off this week for, well, he's been in quite a few headlines on various other social media, news sites. And Dutchavelli. You
Yeah.
know Dutchavelli?
I actually don't know. No, I don't know what he is, but I know
You
what's
don't
been
know what he
going.
is.
I don't know who he is.
He's the one in the I don't know song.
Is he?
The one with the really deep voice.
I don't know. I don't know if he asked me to interview him. I don't know.
Yeah, that
I'm
one.
a rapper, me.
Yeah.
They don't call me Rapper T for nothing.
So, they look the I was trying to keep track of what was going on social media. Do you know what's been happening with him?
Yeah, so like a whole bunch of DMs were leaked.
Yeah, it looks like there was a hacker or something like that has gone through.
I want to know if like celebrities don't frequently change their passwords and what kind of passwords they're using.
Yeah.
Because the amount of people who are getting hacked.
Do you know what I think part of it is a lot of people, like a lot of celebrities were regular people before they were
I guess
celebrities.
so.
And I think sometimes they don't take into account they need to up their security like in all aspects.
Yeah.
And that leads to it. And also I was watching a podcast and they're like some comedians were talking about how this scam was going around like to celebrities, and it basically looks official, and it's like a DM asking you to confirm something, and like once you enter and go to a website that looks like or Instagram or what, Twitter or whatever, you enter your details, the hackers got it, and basically they log in, change your things, and lock you out of the account so that they can do their mischief.
Like they changed your email and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that they can do the mischief, or they change the password or whatever number associated and stuff like that. But it seems someone got into Dutchavelli's account and went through like his like voice messages with like some celebrities like H and stuff like that. And then, but there was a concerning one which seemed to be with a
14-year-old
girl. Because they're videos, I don't know whether you're meant to say these are allegations yet, because are they confirmed?
I don't know, because he's not saying, he's saying it's something else. He's saying that they're like family members, or they're like what do you call them, people like close family.
Like just close family friends. But I think there was a few inappropriate messages that people responded to. And I think one of them particularly was him insinuating, or a message from his account insinuating to spend the night. And
to me, these messages were like gold dust. I couldn't find them anywhere. Not that I searched hard enough, but
it seems that the PR team is really trying to scrub this off the internet or something, because there was an account with them, but that account got taken down, and I think there was other ones, and they're usually now just in YouTube videos. But I was trying to find out what happened, because it seemed rather disturbing. So like one of the messages he says, "So come spend the night then," and I will when my test comes back, with a heart. So there's this exchange between them. They seem like familiar with each other, but the main issue is that she's a 14-year-old girl, and it seems like she's being groomed by 27-year-old man. And
it's nasty.
Yeah, if these are actual things, this is
I guess I should say that as well. If the allegations are true, you're a pedo.
It's extremely wrong and disturbing.
It is. But I've got to say, this is why, like, when I have kids, like, I feel like I'm gonna overanalyze everything, and I'm gonna need like the passwords to everything.
I'm glad I know like computers and phones and stuff enough.
I thought about this, like, one like our parents were techie in their time. I guess there wasn't much computers and stuff.
The same. It's not the same. Like when they were our age, I guess the only time will tell.
Like slang. Like I feel like I'm not up to the standard like my sister's in, and she's only like 5 years younger than me.
I think I will make a conscious effort to, if I'm not, my effort is going to be involved in internet security. I don't have to learn all the apps and I don't have to learn all the things.
Yeah.
I just have to learn how to control them.
But the thing is, no, part of the problem is you don't know all the apps.
But if I can see what you're doing on your phone, and I can restrict your internet access, and also if I've paid for that phone, then my fingerprint is on that.
Not your fingerprint, but you know the password.
No, but like interchangeably. Maybe I want my fingerprint so it's quicker. What if you got a long password?
Okay, whatever.
Then I want to be able to log
Like
in.
I feel like I'll do things like, especially like when they're like 14 and stuff.
Random checks.
Like they have
Boys
to leave
and girls.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, you gotta hold them both up to the same standard, because the boy could be doing something as well as a girl.
Yeah, no, they can be just as groomed as a girl as well.
Exactly.
Like I know, like some parents, they like at nighttime their phone has to stay downstairs or stay in the parents' room or.
And I always trusted. Maybe I shouldn't have been. I wasn't groomed or anything, to my knowledge. I mean, I played like Owl and Club Penguin. I'm pretty sure, and Habbo Hotel. I'm pretty sure I was playing with some grown adults, but nothing ever got inappropriate. Now, coming to think of it, I had some online relationships.
I think like most people do. I didn't, but I think most people did.
But I'm pretty sure some of them could have been old people. But from my memory, nothing inappropriate happened. No one showed up, and I wasn't silly enough to give my address or anything.
But some people like really be like, some children like, they really be thinking like, oh yeah, I've been talking to Tommy for 5 months.
Yeah, you have to keep on it. You have to keep on it as a parent. In the technological age, you've got to really keep on it.
Yeah.
Maybe no phones at, like, if you're a certain age, you don't need to have a phone in your bed. Go to sleep. That's what bedtime is for. Sleeping.
Yeah, you have to leave your phone downstairs, or we can share a phone if you want.
I want my own phone.
No, like a house. No, I don't mean like a
Still all of us on one phone.
No, I mean like if we have more than one kid, like we have a house phone where it's accessible to everyone. I mean,
I would do that when they're younger. When they're older, it's a bit different. Then,
like what's older?
Like when they go into places, by themselves, like going to school, something by themselves, secondary, and you might need to contact them. You can't have just one phone.
I guess so.
But like I understand, like the house phone, like when you're younger, it's kind of like having the iPad for children.
Oh yeah, maybe like, just an iPad. They don't need a phone.
Like you know how usually siblings have an iPad when they're young, and they just play on it and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. I think just an iPad.
Yeah.
An iPad doesn't really have calling features unless you have that person on FaceTime. So,
can you imagine how the internet's going to change in the next like couple of years, like 10 years? It's going to be like totally different.
I wonder if YouTube and Facebook and all of that will still be on top.
Yeah.
But it's just a stark reminder. We even went sidetracked.
Yeah, we sidetracked
of what happens, because if it is what is being presented, it's like really disgusting. But there seems to be mixed messages, which is why I guess these are allegations, unless they.
Yeah, because he said that it's family friend, and then the mother of the girl
put out a statement, back in
his statement.
But then the cousin of the girl is saying the complete opposite, and people in the comments are obviously having their own theories about people being paid off or not, but none of this is confirmed. And it's just from the video message, whether it was fabricated or not, like an interaction between a 27-year-old or whatever, however old he is, or however old a man is, and a 14-year-old girl shouldn't be happening in such a, like, the only interaction should really, like, if you're a family friend, happy birthday. That's about, like, but not come spend the night.
No, some family friends are closer.
You might be so like, but there shouldn't be an inappropriate conversation or anything that could be misconstrued, or looked out of context. Like every message you kind of send, you should know like what you're really talking about. You shouldn't be playing around like you would play around with like maybe someone your age
mate.
So whether that is it's disturbing. It's just a reminder, as you say, to like really be on your kids. And now,
is this a picture of them together? Is that her and him, or is this something different?
I'm not sure if that. I saw the picture of him kissing someone. I'm not sure if that was it. As you said, there's lots of things floating around on the internet. It's hard to confirm what you're seeing because we live in a world of where a lot of things can be fabricated.
Yeah. This is off topic again, but I think last week or the beginning of this week there was a video of Obama and Oprah having an interview, and they were in completely different places. I think they were even in different states, and the technology was so good that it looked like they were both sitting in the same room. So the only thing that was the same was the chair, and then they managed to make the background look like they were like, I think it was like next to a fireplace, and they were sitting next to each other. And then Obama joked and was like, "Oh, can she see me now? Let's play footsies." Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
And it just makes you wonder like what is real and what isn't.
We live in a world where like even I showed you the website or like this person doesn't exist.com where it's just
fake people.
Yeah, like you would go on the website and I guess the AI or wherever or the algorithm generates a face from not an actual person, and it makes a person that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And when you refresh it, sometimes you come across some that are like, oh, this is a bit off, but most of them are like this could be my neighbor.
Yeah.
Like
it looks like a genuinely real person, but it's not. It's just computer generated.
It is.
And it just makes you think like, what is actually real and what's not.
Yeah, but what made this situation, the Dutchavelli one, it was the family response, because Steph London seemed to be weighing in with the cousin of the girl who was accusing Dutch, and it seemed there was some messages exchanged, and I think those messages were from him, but they were saying like, oh, that some was by the mother and some messages had been deleted and like the full context isn't there, but it just looked wrong. And it's just like you shouldn't be it's wrong.
And what really do you have to talk about with a 14-year-old?
What you gotta talk about? I even remember being in school and like younger ages, just as I rose through the ranks, it was just like, oh, I'm in year 9. I'm into year 9, girls. Oh, year 7. Like as you grow, like your taste sort of grows with you, and some people be shopping way too low, disgustingly low, criminally low.
Yeah.
And you really wonder, because this isn't the first allegation of a UK rapper having conversations with underage girls. And you wonder if it's more common than it seems, and your only hope is to like just make sure you're on top of your children and protect them from
it is scary
predatory behavior, because
a lot of these children are on social media more than they should. And the fact that, you know, even Zara from Love Island is like a child's main influence, or can influence the way they see their body, or the Kardashian has a great influence on the way your child sees their body. Just makes you think like, oh, like maybe we should get them to watch Peppa Pig or something.
Oh yeah, like put on some SpongeBob and Scooby-Doo. When I was watching Scooby-Doo and singing "What's in Scooby-Doo," I was not fazed by the internet. It wasn't until I remember my first pretty much eye-opening experience on the internet. I don't know how I got there, too many videos deep. I think maybe on Worldstar. Maybe this was before. I don't know, one of those websites that was like uncensored, and it was, I think, someone on fire.
Someone on fire?
Yeah, like someone burning. It was like a village, and they had rounded up these 2 people, and then like they splashed petrol and set them on fire. And I just clicked off the video, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I think those people are gonna die."
That's not where I thought that story was gonna go.
Maybe the way I said it, but yeah, it was just like I was young and I saw that. Well, no one else knows I saw that, and I've seen my fair share of bad things on the internet, things that like shouldn't be exposed to children.
And
it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, I really didn't think that's how the story was gonna go.
And you even see it after like after there's acts of like terrorism and stuff, social media is filled with like uncensored content, like Twitter and stuff.
Yeah,
Like you be seeing live footage of literally people dying, and I don't
it's
know
true
why there's so
actually
much
because so many people are tweeting it. It takes them a long time to like.
to scrub it,
Yeah,
and I don't know why so many people share it. Like
it's
why they go
true.
on their account and like look at this, share, retweet.
Have you ever watched something like that, like by accident?
Yeah, I
like,
watched the other thing by accident.
like you're scrolling through Twitter or Instagram or whatever it is,
Yeah,
and you're like, this video keeps popping up, and sometimes you're just not interested to read the caption, so you just have the video playing, like, what's going on, and then it's like bam, and you're like, I really wish,
yeah.
like, I didn't even see that.
Many times, many times.
But yeah, so social media can get real dark real quick.
It can, and but sometimes you can use it as a platform to affect change. One of my favorite comedians, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
So he recently put out. He's been putting out like these small clips. Some of them are like not they're not really mini comedy specials, but they're just like really insightful. And he was talking about the Chappelle show, which
yeah,
was a big show. He was the star of his show basically, and he had a big contract for it with I think I don't know, Comedy Central maybe, or Viacom, or whoever bought the rights to the Chappelle show.
yeah.
But he was young at the time, and it was one of those contracts where he signed his likeness throughout perpetuity throughout the universe and something like that. So that's what the contract says. And
Okay.
he left. He took time off because like before social media was even popular, like that he like discovered like Hollywood. He needs to take a break, so he took like a massive break,
Yeah.
and he came back. Apparently, that voided the contract, so they owned the show. So it comes years later, he's come back. He's made like the money that he would have lost through getting the deal
Mhm.
from a couple of Netflix specials. Netflix also buys the rights to the show, so does HBO and all the other networks, and they're streaming it. And because he works with Netflix, he's like, Netflix, they put up the show, and he's like, Netflix, do you mind taking down the show? It makes me feel bad, like, because he's not earning any money from it, and the show has made a lot of money.
Oh.
And Netflix was like, all right, like, cool, we'll take down the show.
Mhm.
And that is unheard of because that like they've paid big money to stream that,
Yeah.
but I guess they value their relationship more and the potential to create more with Dave, that they don't want to damage
Yeah.
that relationship. And he said he asked people to boycott him. He said, don't watch the show. Like, if you don't watch the show, I'm asking you, if you're a fan of me, not to watch the show. If you ever cared about me, not to watch the show, because I'm not getting a penny from it. And although it's legal, does that make it right? And I think that's a similar thing that you see with like artists and their masters to their
Yeah.
music, that people own it.
Yeah.
And although it's legal, it's like it's kind of real sucky, isn't it?
It is, and like when you say it like that, I don't know if you know who Tamar Braxton is.
Yes, I do.
Tony Braxton's youngest sister. So I think we did talk about her. Did we
Go
talk about her?
give us a summary.
Well, she was on the Real.
Hmm.
She's a singer also, and she's Tony Braxton's youngest sister. I think there's five of them, so they're like the Kardashians but black. They've got
Hmm.
one brother. Well, anyways, in I believe August time, she like tried to commit suicide because I think she was saying something similar, like she's been bound by this contract. I think from VHTV,
VH1 or something like that.
something like that. And she like I don't think she could do other stuff.
Yeah,
And she was saying like I'm just asking you to release me from whatever contract it was. And I'm guessing, I don't know, that other things was going on and she was struggling with other things as well. But it like the contract that she was bound by just made it like impossible for her to do the things that she wanted to do.
yeah,
And like I remember one time she was talking about like how much less they get in comparison to the Kardashians, even though I believe they're on a different network, but still she couldn't do anything like above the show and all of that.
Yeah.
And so that what's happening with Dave Chappelle is like similar.
It does seem similar because I wanted to watch. I wanted to even put on the Chappelle show because I just watched Kevin Hart's special.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and then I saw that it's been taken off Netflix, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw Dave's thing. I was like, cool. I like Dave. I'm not gonna watch it until they pay him. I'm ready to do that for you, Dave, because I actually really like his comedy. And I don't agree, although I know it's legal, I don't agree with it. I feel like there needs to be like, it's like when it's like what's predatory lending, when like you just turn 18 and suddenly the banks know where you are and they send you credit cards and stuff and they want you to buy.
Yeah.
Even with student loans, especially in America, like they want these children to sign on to these really big loans without knowing what it actually means.
Yeah. And it sounds nice at the time.
Yeah.
And you know what? They probably gave him a big payout as well. Like it looked big at the time.
Yeah, he got paid, but when you're desperate, like, or like when you have no other option, like it's easy now for people to say, oh, like you need to own your stuff and you need to do this, but when you have nothing and this is like this is it. Yes, you could not sell it and then not get the opportunity to be big ever again.
Yeah.
Or maybe you don't sell it and you do become big either way. But like when you're really desperate for like the chance, like some of those opportunities look attractive, and especially when you're young and you don't have the resources for like a good lawyer and stuff like that.
And it sounds nice.
Yeah, and he said even the lawyers, like basically the lawyers that were meant to be on his side were basically on their side, and everyone in the room, everyone in the room was like, oh yeah, it's a good deal, you need to sign it. And the people he was trusting in were the ones who also sold him down the river. And he compared it to a game of 3 card Monte. And although I didn't know the name of the game, I've seen it. You've seen it as well. London Bridge. They don't allow them to play it because the police come and arrest them when they do. It's like the games where like there's a ball under the cup or there's something, and they're moving it around and they make you guess, but everyone playing and the people watching are actually part of the. It's like it's a gang.
Apps.
Yeah,
and the street apps.
It's the one that the police clear, and he was comparing it to that, where he looked at it thinking, oh, that's good. But not knowing that all the people cheering and all the people playing were in on the
game.
Yeah, and I feel like there needs to be like
a good comparison actually.
There needs to be some rules to like so that contracts can't like have that much control over a person. Like there needs to be limits, and like maybe case by case judges review it, but it doesn't seem right that really rich companies can just take advantage of people who are really talented just because they're not in a fortunate place in their life at the moment. And so I won't be watching the Chappelle show for the time being until Dave is paid. I hope you're paid soon because I wanted to watch it. But that was just another thing. I was like, all right, Dave.
I do hope he gets what he wishes for, because there's nothing like someone earning a lot of money off you and you not earning a single penny.
For sure. Well, speaking of pennies and saving a penny.
Oh, I like to save a penny.
You like to save a penny? Well, go to Scotland. It's become the first country in the world to make period products free. What's your reaction to that?
I think that's really good.
Yeah?
I think that's really good because I feel like it was during lockdown, you know, when we're all watching stuff on the YouTube and you don't know how you got there. I feel like I was watching a video of what homeless women do while they're like having their menstrual cycle, and like because they don't have enough money to pay for these products. And it was like really sad. I can't remember what they actually did, but it's like really sad, like some of them just using tissue and stuff like that. And so like this is like a good scheme. I don't know if it's gonna be like all products, or is it just gonna be like a basic line that's available for free?
Yeah.
And then you can buy deluxe products if you want, or is it just everything on that aisle is free?
I'm actually not sure. I'm not even sure if it works in a shop sort of thing, or like if you go to, like, you know how you can get free contraceptives from like the sexual clinic.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it's going to be mandated or something, but I think it is a very good initiative. I've never had to use the products.
Yeah, really?
But yeah, really. But you know, I've been to the shop. I bought them on behalf. But and it just seems like if it's something that is, well, not even if, it's something that is natural and that is gonna happen regardless. Yeah, make it free.
I don't think England's gonna follow it.
I hope.
It's gonna take us a few years, like everything else.
My hope is that the other nations in the UK, Wales and Northern Ireland, also adopt it, and that puts pressure on Boris and his gang.
That's why I say it's gonna be a few years.
Because I don't think they will want to initially adopt it, and I don't see why. I don't see why they should. Like, I don't think any woman should have to like resort to using tissues,
or
socks,
alternative
or whatever
methods.
It is. Yeah, because
it is
they
quite
can't.
expensive when you think about it. It is quite expensive. It can, when you calculate them.
Because if the period stopped, I'm sure those men in government would be like, huh? When they were younger, especially. that's when people's ears perk up.
Yeah.
So the least we could do is, you know, provide
Make it free.
Yeah, make it free for sure.
But you know how England always trail behind.
Hey, but yeah,
we're
slow
like
to U-turn.
We're like the turtles, always in the race. Why are we gonna be turtles? Why can't we be Usain Bolt or someone?
I was watching Usain Bolt today, actually. Sometimes I just go and watch his wins because it's just like, this guy is really impressive.
I know, my people.
It's really impressive. I don't watch his last race when he
lost.
He just didn't win.
Okay. Okay,
as
like
Trump's
that.
lawyer would say.
Oh gosh,
But,
Trump.
Yeah, I don't like watching that. I skipped past that, and I was just watching lots of Olympic videos. I feel like
Do you find that YouTube just recommends the most randomest things to you?
It does, but I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm not mad at the YouTube algorithm for it recommends me.
At one point, I spent at least half an hour watching different animals break into hairdressers.
Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy watching those videos?
I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm not sure if I did enjoy it.
How long did you stay in
About half an hour.
Well, clearly it hadn't appealed to you for some reason.
And I just kept clicking on different ones.
Look, I will agree that the recommendations are very random. Very
random at times.
But I'm not mad at them, as I said. Like, they introduced me to like different things, and it's like if YouTube just recommended me what it thinks I like, then I would just be watching the same sort of content over and over again. I guess so. Sometimes it's nice to see
a deer.
Yeah, how
break a window,
or a bison versus a man. It was
a bison. What's a bison?
It's like a really big animal. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like larger than cows, on four legs, and basically they were going through, I think, a national park, and the man got out to taunt it, and the bison was very pissed. But luckily unluckily for us, he got away unscathed. He should have got beat up by the bison, if you ask me. But yeah, you just get to see random things on YouTube, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the YouTube recommendations.
I've got a random thing for you.
Go on.
So there was a video circulating of a man who had a cigar in his mouth, not a cigar, cigarette, and he was wrestling an alligator.
Oh, I saw that.
Because the alligator had his dog in his mouth.
And I don't want to take credit. I don't want to discredit him or anything.
It was a baby alligator,
wasn't it? When I saw the title, I was like, whoa, he's about to throw down. And then he picks this baby alligator out of the water. Look, I know you guys are like, oh, hell, I'd like to see you go. I'll be scared against the baby alligator. Don't get me wrong. Baby alligator is still a threat because it's got sharp teeth. It's got lots of pound pressure of force in its jaw. And I wouldn't have been prying my hands into it.
No, not my hand.
Maybe for my puppy like him, I guess.
I don't have a dog, so...
But still, I was expecting a bigger alligator.
So was I. I'm not gonna lie. I watched. I was like, whoa, and then I was like, wait a minute.
You could have swung that by the tail like Bam Bam.
But he was
But
in
he
the
did.
water at one point,
Yeah, that was
and that was dangerous.
that was the scary part because you don't know when the mama's coming
Yeah, or the daddy.
or the dad. But I'm assuming the mama's coming to back her beef with the baby gator. But still,
And you were in the water.
it was still impressive. Don't get me wrong. It was still impressive that he saved the puppy.
He looked like he's done it once or twice before.
Yeah, he was cool as a cucumber.
And he kept the cigar in his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Cool as a cucumber.
I would never.
Not even for me. What if a baby gator came and dragged me in the pool?
When I see a spider,
so you would let me?
When I see a spider in the bath, I'm like, oh.
You would let me die in the pool if the baby.
What was you doing in the pool?
Like maybe I was standing next to it and it grabbed me and pulled me in.
You shouldn't have been.
Baby gator, you wouldn't come and help me with a baby gator.
Help!
All right, I know what I'm doing if a baby gator gets you.
Help!
Remember when it gets you, I'll be like, help!
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 Somebody help me!
But yeah,
it's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing. Well, actually, we've been going for quite a bit. You want some dilemmas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it time for the time where we give bad advice?
It's time for the time I give good advice. You can speak for yourself, as we've discussed. All right. Dilemma number 1. My living girlfriend has become full-on conspiracy theorist. The world will end on the 20th of December 2020, she says. So she stopped working and stopped paying monthly bills, and she's hoarding food for survival. She's still spending my money on hair/nails, so I'm confused. Advice.
Why does she need her hair done if the world is ending?
You need hair for the afterlife.
Listen, it seems like she's just trying to take the mick out of you. It seems like you got mug on your forehead, and I bet her name is not even on the lease or the house. And she's just decided, I'm going to leave this guy and I'm going to leave him in a horrible position.
You clearly haven't read 2 Corinthians. For entry into the gates of heaven, one shall have their nails done and their hair did.
Do you know, for a damn minute, I thought you were being serious. And I said, no, I haven't read it.
Well, clearly she's read it. And she assumes that she needs her hair and nails done to gain entry to the pearly gates. And,
she stopped paying bills and she's hoarding food.
Bills ain't going to help her in the afterlife.
Yeah, but neither is the food.
She's hoarding food.
Yeah.
You can take that to the afterlife.
No, you can't.
You can. If you bury it with you.
You don't even take your body. You just... Your
How do you know? Have you died?
Away.
Have you died?
We get on a train, a one-way ticket.
To heaven?
To heaven.
We hope. Advice. Yeah, you're probably getting played, but if you have to ask that, it's a bit too late, isn't it? Just call it a loss and move on.
I wonder how many months she stopped paying. Or
you should do the same, both of you, and see which one outlasts. See who starts to get worried first.
Wow, that is some. Anyways, that is some horrible advice.
That's good advice.
So they can both be on the street with bad credit.
Well, the afterlife will be coming for them, so it wouldn't matter that much. Dilemma 2. Okay. Every month I'm forced to have a Sunday dinner at my mother-in-law's house. Her house is falling apart.
Jeez.
I'm always fixing it. Her cooking got me sick twice, and she doesn't like our son. She cut off with his locks without my permission. My wife is scared of her. Help.
She's scared of her own mum.
Yeah.
Do you know what this reminds me of? The show I'm in Love with the Mummy's Boy.
Oh, I don't know that.
But I guess it doesn't remind me. It's different but the same. So the idea of the show is the boy.
I can get the premise by the title.
Yeah, it's really self-explanatory. But yeah.
So what's your advice?
I'm gonna let you go first.
I say, well, what is he asking for? Oh, help. I think you need to have a chat to your wife.
The wife is scared of the mum.
Yeah, but maybe you can come as a united front, give her confidence.
The wife is scared of the mum. She seems like...
Doesn't mean you can't face your fears. not every fear can be faced. I understand, but maybe she can face this fear.
I am an extreme germaphobe before Corona, and
Oh, I
go
got
on.
you move far enough away that it's too difficult to visit her
I
that
guess every
frequent.
Sunday, yeah,
Yeah, that's your best option. Relocate.
yeah, it is. Because it doesn't seem like the wife likes her very much, anyways.
Yeah, she seems a bit scared.
Um, yeah, I'm an extreme germaphobe, I, and I find it hard to eat food that doesn't look visually pleasing, and especially if she's got me sick twice. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm sorry, I
No,
can't do it.
can't do it. She
I
says.
can't do it. I would have had to tell her. And then the fact that she cut off your son's locks without telling you. Mm-mm.
I haven't heard a
It,
piece of advice. I've just
it
heard
would
you
have been
insert
over.
yourself into this
Oh, sorry.
situation.
He asked for help, and I'm gonna have to agree with you. Move further
Relocate.
away. Yeah.
Location, location, location. All right. Final dilemma.
Seems like she's
Girlfriend,
trying to poison you, anyways.
maybe. Girlfriend, 8 months, comes from a middle class background. I'm poor. Her mother said I looked like a drawer. I said, you mean artist? Oh, a drawer, a drawer, a drawer. I said, you mean artist?
I really thought you meant jaw.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that I was imagining that's rude. You mean artist? Her, someone who draws benefits, so he'll never have to work. I do work, he said, but now my girlfriend ghosted me. Advice.
I don't get it.
Yeah, this is confusing. So the mom said you look like a drawer, and then he said you mean an artist, and then she said no, someone who draws benefits so that they'll never have to work.
Oh, do you get it?
Oh, so that's her nickname for someone on.
He's just a user, basically.
Oh, okay, okay. He says he does work hard, but now his girlfriend's ghosting him. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it seems like she values her mum's opinion.
But when you say you work hard, is that artistry producing you any money, any Benjamins, any money?
Do you think he's an actual artist?
I think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think he was just confused in
Oh,
what she meant by Jora. Because
maybe
Jora's not a...
common term.
No, but you wouldn't say I'm a Jora. You would say an artist.
Yeah, but that's why
That's
I
bad
assumed he
English.
was like, because if someone said you look like a drawer, I'll be like a shelving unit. Like I wouldn't assume artist unless I was an artist.
No, she didn't say jaw.
Yeah, but drawer, isn't it drawer?
No.
Drawers, drawers. What's the plural
A
of drawer?
jaw.
What's the plural?
Jaws.
What's the plural? Drawer.
Wow.
Well, we know how we say it in my
English
house.
isn't your first language, I see.
But yeah, she ghosted him. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Some people need to be happy to be on their own.
Yeah.
And this is just one. Why do you want to put yourself in that situation?
The mum seemed rude, anyways.
Yeah, she could have just been direct with it. No need to beat around the bush.
She was being direct.
Nah.
She explained what she meant.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. A little bit
she
direct.
was being direct.
Well. How many days till Christmas? 28?
I don't know.
28 days
A
till
month.
Christmas.
Less than a month.
Yes. So,
On the first day of Christmas, my true love said to me.
I actually need to go look at these inflated Black Friday price sales after this. See if I can finish my Christmas present shopping.
My rendition of...
No, I improved it because no one wanted to hear it.
They wanted to hear it.
So it's Black Friday everywhere. Obviously, it's different. Online for everyone this time.
Yes.
Tell us what you're buying for Black Friday. Let us know because I need to get some Christmas presents because I haven't finished. I've been slow this year.
But I think that Black Friday sales are like a scam.
Oh, they are.
They like inflate the price
and then they sell
and then they decrease it to the original price. Some things.
For some of them, yeah. You have to have done your research before, and you have to if you're buying things on impulse where you didn't know the price before, that's when you're gonna get
That's when
got.
you got.
But if you have stuff in your wish list for a long time, you kind of know, oh,
Yeah.
this was £15.
Like
Why
I
is
like
it
to
only?
buy perfumes on Black Friday
Yeah,
because normally I would have gone round and smelled my scents, and I would have known what scents I wanted and what the price was at the time.
I trust the descriptions and reviews.
No,
Sometimes I'll get it right. Most of the time.
Ben is the type of person to buy things off Amazon and just read the review.
How am I gonna smell it from the warehouse?
The perfumes. He doesn't even read the scent or the notes.
It's
No, you don't.
It's electric orange.
You don't. You're like,
Upper notes,
there's
base
1,000
notes of
people who
sandalwood.
loved it. That's good.
You've liked a couple non-smellers that I've given you actually.
I have.
My mom turned one of the non-smellers into a bathroom spray.
Yeah.
I was not offended.
Do you know what that perfume? It was. What was it?
It was Dolce and Gabbana.
It was. You could barely tell that she had it on.
Yeah, it was quite weak. But the only thing when I do buy perfumes from Amazon, I only buy them from Amazon themselves.
Yeah.
I'll never buy them from a reseller because
then you'd be getting some
diluted. Yeah.
Some concoction.
Unless you're buying like a perfume that's not a main perfume that Amazon doesn't sell, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, let us know how your Thanksgiving was and how your Black Friday shopping was.
Yeah, and if you're celebrating anything in place of Thanksgiving.
What's in place?
I don't know, maybe they don't celebrate Thanksgiving and they have another holiday.
Let us know.
Let us know what festive activities you've been up to. And for those in the UK, happy Thursday for when Thanksgiving was.
Okay.
And the countdown to Christmas begins.
It does. And you can celebrate it with 3 households.
Yes, you can. But you can't hug or kiss your elderly members if you want them to survive the next hug, apparently.
Well, I think that's just courtesy. I don't know. I don't have any elderly people in my family. But I feel like, I don't know. If I did have anyone that was high risk, I would want to take all precautions. I don't even think I would.
Elbow bump.
I don't even think I would want them to be there, if I'm honest.
Probably not. Yeah, I mean, you can sit this Christmas
especially if you've been walkless the whole lockdown.
But I think it depends how old you are. If you're like 102.
Yeah, then you're high risk.
No, but if I'm 102, you're not going to exclude me out for Christmas. I've already lived the good life. You understand?
Yeah, but I would want you to be 103.
Yeah, but that's what if that's you being selfish and I'm like, look, let me enjoy Christmas when instead of miss out a year and this could be.
I'm laughing because have you seen? There's a video. I don't know when it was filmed. So they were all singing "Happy Birthday," and I think she was like 100 or 102, something like that.
Yeah.
And then when she blew out the candle, she was like, "I wish it's my last one."
Exactly.
And they were like, "What?" But
she been through life. She knows the struggle, and she's just like, "I'm tired. All I hear you people do is moan. Gosh, just let me clock out of here. I've done my 9 to 5, my 0 to 102."
What if they live in a good life?
Well, if she wouldn't have said that if she was living a good life towards the end.
No, not her, but like, okay. So
I think family need to learn to not be selfish at that age. If you lived 102, let the 102 decide if they want to eat kebabs every day.
Poor hearts can't take it anymore.
I dare someone, if I get to 102, to try and dictate my diet to me.
What are you going to do? Get up and go make it yourself?
I will go on a forced hunger strike.
No, you wouldn't.
Because after I've lived 102 years...
We'll just put a feeding tube in you and you have no say.
And then I would haunt you when I'm dead. Because after I've lived 102 years and I'm probably going to live longer than the rest of this family, how are you telling me what to eat? Clearly what I've been doing is right. If I want to enjoy my last years eating kebabs and eating chips and stuff.
Who's going to get you the kebab?
I was about to say Postmates like we're in America. Did somebody say just eat? Just eat.
Wow.
Exactly.
That was horrible.
That will still be there though.
But no, would you even be able to see your phone to order just eat?
Yeah.
No, mate.
Just because you turn 100, you don't go blind.
Yeah, but your vision is impaired.
Well, speak for yourself. We know you got the vision of an 82-year-old that currently.
glasses are not that bad. I can see without them.
Yeah, but soon you'll be having them thick lenses. You'd be needing.
Right, let's wrap this up, mate. Let's wrap this up because now this is insult to your day.
But yeah, you've been listening to The Gift of the Gap. We are BT Small Talk. I got it right.
Well done.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tia.
And thank you for listening to episode 24.
Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff.
Adios.